What is up, everyone? I am Jamie with Three Little Goats Homestead, and this handsome fellow back here, this is my husband Jesse. If you're new here, I look ridiculous because I broke my neck, back in December?
Yep.
And my jaw, so I'm still healing from all of that, but that's not what this video is about. In my opinion, every girl recovering from a broken neck, or every girl in general, always needs more cows. So what are we doing today, honey?
Get another cow.
We're gonna go get another cow. So let's get on the road because car rides are not the most comfortable for me, and we have about a 2-hour drive ahead of us. So let's go. All right, sweet girl, you ready to go home? Hi. Alrighty, so we are home, and this is Miss Sammy. She is, of course, an A2A2 grass-fed girly. Hi. Hi, sweetie. So she will be the newest addition to our farm, but first we got to get her into the pasture without the moo crew, of course, wanting to be involved in everything. You guys gonna make this difficult, aren't you, today? Usually you're all the way in the pasture.
Pretty sure they're old friends.
Yeah. Oh, Susan, Red, Elaine, and Betty all came from the same farm, so they may recognize each other. Even though it has been a little while. I think Elaine was our last girl we got. Oh. See, food will always be a good distractor. Keep her directed that way. Even though she seemed to do pretty well on the halter. New people, new places. You always want to err on the side of caution. She's just like, yep, I know these ladies. Where's the food? Oh, here they all come. They got to get their sniffs in, especially Sassy. Sassy is the greeting committee to any new cow we get.
Oh, look at that bag.
Oh, she's got a gorgeous udder. I'll try to get a better video of it tonight during milking, but her teat placement and just her teat lengths are just, they're gorgeous. So we're very excited. Chucky on the other hand, he's got to assert his dominance. Chuckster! Sheesh! And Sassy's gonna go back to eating. I mean, even the little moos have come out to see what's going on. Because Alexa and Alexi, the twins, they came from the same farm as well. So hopefully she's not too much of a pain tonight to get into milking. It's a new routine for her, so she's used to being milked in the morning, and we milk in the evening. But I don't see it taking long for her to figure out the routine. Alright, so before it's time to milk all of the cows, I figured I would go over why exactly we ended up with a new cow today. So if you're new here, we are a micro dairy here in north central Arkansas. We sell raw Jersey milk off of our farm. Yes, Elaine, that's some of your milk that we sell too. So we were milking 7 cows every single day. But if you haven't been around here, you won't know that we actually lost one of our Jersey girls a couple weeks ago, little Deb. She came down with pneumonia, and even with multiple vet visits and being with her every day for a week, trying to get her up and back on her feet, she just wasn't strong enough to survive it. So we lost her a few weeks ago. And I really didn't have any plans or desires to get another milking cow. As I was planning out my schedule for AI, because we don't keep a bull, we do AI all of our girls. It's just easier and, in my opinion, safer, especially with me having sustained an injury that I'm probably going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. The idea of having a bull and having to handle a bull, just not something we wanted to do. And so we opted that we are going to go the AI route. Jesse's actually going to be taking an AI class, but our vet does come out and do our AI for us currently. So that is a definite help. But the way I like my girls, as far as my schedules go, is I want to give them ample time to rest in between calving and milking. So having 7 girls that I can dry off one while they prepare for calving, while the next one has already calved and is preparing to come back on the milk stand. 7 cows will give me that kind of leeway to be able to give them the most space in between. Ideally, I like to give them 3 to 4 months of being dried up in between, just so they can keep their conditioning. We are a strictly grass-fed farm. They get all the pasture they can eat. We actually hay our own property, so all the hay that they eat comes off of our property. And then we do give alfalfa on the milk stand. So being able to keep their conditioning up by giving them plenty of time to rest is my ideal setting. So we opted to get Sammy just so I can keep with that same timeline for all of our girls. Like, we're actually getting ready to dry up Z because she will be calving this spring. So I want to be able to dry her up as soon as possible, really. And plus, once they get closer to calving, their production drops anyway. So it just makes more sense just to dry them up and let them have that time just to refuel their bodies. So Sammy wasn't actually for sale when I got her. Like I mentioned, we had gotten a few of our other cows from the same farm that she came from, and that's one of the good things about making really good connections and having that community, is when I reached out to them and told them that, hey, do you have any cows for sale? I noticed you don't have any listed, but are you going to be listing any? They came back and they told me that yes, they had one more cow that they were going to list that fit what I wanted in a cow, and that they would hold her for us until we could get up there to get her. So we really lucked out in having some great friends that could do that for us. Sammy, of course, checks all my boxes. She has great udders. She has great teat placement. She has great teat lengths, and it's getting really windy out. She is A2A2. She is grass-fed, and the farm that we got her from, they milk once a day as well. They milk once a day in the morning. We milk once a day in the evening, so they didn't actually milk her out this morning. They milked her out yesterday, and then that way we could start getting her transitioned to our schedule of milking in the evening. Now, if you are wondering what we look for in a cow, or what you should ask if you're looking to get your first milk cow, I do have a video and a blog post of some questions that should always be asked before you even go to look at a cow. And then I also have a video about, and a blog post about, what to ask your dairy farmer if you're interested in buying raw milk from their dairy farm. So if you want to check those out, those will be linked down below, as well as, I can never remember which corner it's in, but it's in one of those corners. Alright, I try not to walk and talk too much because I get winded really easily, but Jessie has started milking already. I'm moving slow because car rides are my arch nemesis. Yes, arch nemesis. That's the word I'm looking for. They're not comfortable for me yet. And so usually after even a short drive, I'm pretty sore afterwards, especially since we live on a pretty run-down dirt road. But it looks like the boys are out there. I think it looks like he's got all of the cows already up here, so hopefully he didn't have to go chasing after Sammy. So let's go up there and find out how it went. All right, so I see Sammy up here, so that's a good sign. I'm hoping because she knew like Susan and Elaine and all of them that she kind of just followed suit with them. Z, you give him plenty of grooming to Susan, making sure she's nice and clean. Okay then. On girls. So Z is the resident hairstylist today. Apparently, she was just grooming Susan, and now she's working on Red. Hey Red, can I get a boops? Can I boop? Boop? Oh, thank you. You want some head scratches? Oh yeah. Oh, I know. Z just did your hair. I'm sorry. There you go. See, this is as far as I can go with the cows. I have to stay behind the hot wire so they don't try to come up to me. They wouldn't try to hurt me on purpose, but they just think they're little grass puppies and will run into me, and I can't have them do that. Oh, I know, you can't come over on this side of the hot wire, sweetheart.
She misses you.
I miss her too. Oh, I know. Alright, y'all. So it is the next day. We weren't able to milk Sammy last night. It was kind of our fault. We let her into the big pasture and we couldn't catch her because she doesn't know us and we didn't want to stress her out, so we figured we would just wait till this morning. So when Jessie came to feed all the girls breakfast, she came up to the feed trough, so Jessie was able to grab her. So she's tied up to the post right now, so we can go ahead and get her over to the milk stand. Hopefully everything goes well. We will probably use the kickstand on her just because of safety. So let's try to get her on the milk stand so we can get her milked out today.
Calm down. Come on. Let's go. I know you don't. What is this weird looking machine? Come on. Good girl. Come on. A little more. Come on. Come on, baby. Ooh. Come on. Want some alfalfa?
Just put some in your hand, see if she'll... Oh,
There you go. There you go.
her legs hurting.
There you go.
There you
That's a good
go.
girl. There you go.
So that's good. All right, and now that we've got her on the stand, I don't know where the comb's at. I'll go ahead and just give her some scratches and some loves. So she gets used to us. So even though we milked her this morning, we will try to get her on the stand tonight again. She won't give a whole lot, we know that, but we need to transition her over to evening milkings, so we're not having to just milk one cow every morning. It's like I had mentioned, where she came from, they milked in the morning, we milk in the afternoon, so we have to get her transitioned. So that will be the goal for tonight. I doubt I'll record it because this video is going to be long as it is. So we will get her off the stand and see how much milk we got from her. Her and Chucky have beef. Alright, so we ended up with just shy of 2 gallons. We actually would have gotten exactly 2 gallons, but we had a little bit of a loss getting everything transferred over. So, not too bad. Alright, so I think we're going to end this video. I'm hungry. It's breakfast time. Everybody's ate but us. So I think Sammy's going to be a great addition to the homestead. I'm very excited to see how her lactation goes. We don't know for sure if she's bred or not. She was exposed to a bull, so I will have the vet out here probably in the next few weeks to preg check her and then confirm due date for Z before we dry her up, because that is one of my rules now. Before we dry up a cow, she will be rechecked to make sure she is in fact still pregnant. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out new videos every single week, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, little Moo. I haven't seen you guys in so long. Oh, you got some fabulous morning hair going on, Alexa. Susan is currently licking Elaine, and Elaine keeps falling asleep. Her head was actually in the feed trough, just kind of leaning against it, and she was almost completely asleep. I stand by the fact that I say that Jersey cows are weird.